and you're going to be recommending a great innovative product that your customers genuinely need. So rather than just do a video all about talking about hype and all that kind of stuff, I'm just going to give you a demo of the product so you can really drill down into why you need this and then put together a good campaign. So this is SurveyChimp. As the name suggests, it's an online survey tool, works on desktop, mobile, all devices, lets people create any type of survey they want. And it's not a survey where it's just like a poll or something basic. You've got really advanced question types, logic and things like that. So I'm going to highlight the new features we have first of all, and then I'm going to give a quick demo. So big marketing points. First thing is something we have called sentimental analysis. It uses an AI library, so it's got that AI, artificial intelligence angle, where it will look at all the answers that have been given, it will analyze the language used, and it will decide if overall if the customer is negative, neutral or positive. This would be a great angle for offline businesses in particular, getting reviews and customer satisfaction surveys and things like that. So it's a huge feature and something very cool. The second big marketing one is we have perfected and have been approved for direct integration with Facebook Messenger. So you can make a survey in SurveyChimp, and I'm going to do this in a second, and that survey can exist on the normal survey URL, which you can just share or embed on your page or whatever, but it will also do a Facebook Messenger survey, whereas SurveyChimp will act as a chat and ask the questions and give multiple choice answers at the bottom, so that way the user can just complete the survey inside Messenger. This is huge, and to my mind there's no other apps that do that, certainly not in this launch space. So many different things there, and once people engage and click get started, then of course they're accessible in your the page's messenger list, and you can do all the other stuff that means as well. So definitely a cool addition and a cool feature. So let's go and make one now quickly. So we're going to create a new survey, and we got this in here called Question Bank, which is a load of built-in questions for different niches as well. So let's say we're doing a fitness one. We're going to add this and this. Just add these three, just enough to get started. And we click, let's retype this, click let's go. Now it will pre-populate with those questions. So we're going to pick one of these basic templates. And now it's got the questions in here already. So this is where people build their surveys. So you've got a welcome page, which you can set the scene a bit. You can turn that off or on. If you turn it on, you click here, you can edit the content then. This is what it looks like at the start. You can add whatever you want. It can be images, set all the overlay colors. You can make people opt in before they start, all that kind of stuff. And we've got a cool feature which is text to speech. You can turn that on, and then the system will just basically read out the text that's on screen. So we're not going to use the welcome page for this. We're just going to leave it as 3 questions and show you this in Messenger. So I've got the ones from our question bank. You can drag this to change the order. You can change the background settings, which would be the image and stuff like that, or you can delete it. So we're going to go in and edit this one, and we'll show you the question editor then. So we've got all these different options here. So we'll leave it, let's delete some of these just to make it easier in Messenger. So some question types might not just be as suitable for Messenger, like if it's big massive reams of text. It should be nice short ones, and you get all these options then where you can turn on, you can make it image answers, you can just adjust the alignment, you can make it video based answers. So there right away you've got an angle of video surveys. You can make a mandatory question, and you can again turn on text to speech, and that can be the API or upload someone reading it. So we'll just leave it like that. We're going to update it. Question 2, let me just check it. Again, I'm going to delete a few of these and update it. Question 3 should be, there's only 4 answers, that's fine. Now I've got our thank you page, and then the disqualification page of someone, if you want to block it for different countries or whatever. So these are just the multiple choice questions. I've left it like this because it's suitable for, in particular for Messenger, but there's also ones where people can just type their answers, and they've got ratings as well. So definitely very cool. We'll make a few with that. Then the thank you page is where you define what to do at the end. On the thank you page, you can make an opt-in form appear so people can manually opt in. There's also integrations from that then, so you can send that email list wherever you want, and lots of cool stuff. Now before I go into Messenger, we'll just finish building out the survey. We've got survey logic. This is really cool because this means you can use SurveyChimp to actually segment your list and then present a different URL at the end, which could be a different offer. So it's basically like the ask method funnels, or just any type of funnel where you want warm leads to appear on an offer. It's definitely going to be more successful and valuable than just having like a normal linear survey. So really cool. And so if someone says, how often do you exercise a week? And if the question is equal to, I don't do any exercise, you could send them to the next question. So it could be a question specific to this answer. Like, so if someone said they exercise 30 minutes to 1 hour, then you don't want to show them a question saying, well, do you want our starter exercise plan, for example. Or you can just take them out of the survey and redirect to a link. So for example here, let's say you're offering consulting about launches, and if someone says they're an experienced launcher, you could skip all the surveys questions that are about basic stuff and make them go to like your coaching page, for example. So we're going to turn this, we're not going to activate this for this particular survey, but this is the full logic. We could, I could be here for an hour showing all the different permutations and things in this, but we don't need it for this quick demo because I want to show you the sentimental analysis and the messenger. So these are all the different settings, and you've got just so many different settings to customize the entire thing. Your buttons, you can block IP, you can schedule the survey to only run between certain times. This is great for using the survey to be a competition tool. That's another angle. Geographic based surveys, so again that's based on country. Timer based, so people can only get a certain amount of time to complete it. Response based autoresponder, which is very cool. So depending on whichever answer they give, you can set their email to go to a list. So this is done on a per answer level. So let's say you ask someone, how often do you exercise a week? And they say, I don't do any exercise. You could then add this lead to the do not exercise list. You're going to get different offers to someone who does like 5 times a week exercising, things like that. So this is a huge feature, this logic for the questions and also the response-based autoresponder, and you can do this for every question, so people can be getting super segmented from that. Email-based surveys means you can just define which emails can enter the survey. You've got a quota, so you can maximize the number of respondents. So this is useful if you want to use it in what I would call competition mode. You say only 20 people can enter, and then it'll cut that off. Then you get a disclaimer, and then multilingual stuff, so you can customize. Users can customize the languages and things used. So we get to the end then, and it's launch survey. So these are the different options. You can give people just a direct survey URL like so. So if they click that, they're going to see the survey. It's going to load here. They just take the survey, answer the questions. All the branding stuff is there. Then they get to the end, whatever submitted. I didn't turn on the opt-in form in this, but that's the basic web-based one. You can make that work as a pop-up on a page, an exit pop-up, an onload pop-up, an on-click pop-up, or an actual exit pop-up. This is exit intent, sorry, the first one. Then you can have it as a widget embedded in a kind of a corner thing, like a little chat box. Then we've got just embedded normally in a page. Then we have QR code. This is huge now in the middle of all this COVID stuff. Users could get this QR code and have it physically in a restaurant or a shop and get people to just access the QR code to enter a competition, to leave feedback. Then the sentimental analysis is going to automatically look at the feedback, and they can tell what's positive, which ones are negative, and then they know we've got to follow up with these negative people. And then the Facebook Messenger survey URL. This is a huge one and definitely a very, very strong marketing angle for your promotion. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to just actually connect this up and show you it in Messenger working. So before that, I'm just going to jump back into your integrations. You see we've got all these integrations, but then Facebook. So I need to reconnect to Facebook to connect to the demo page I've set up. So we just do all this, just follow the steps. Now this is fully approved by Facebook. We had to go through a process and get this manually approved. I've just jumped back actually to connect the particular page I want the survey to be on. So now we're linked up. Takes us back, and now we're going to jump into the survey and the URL. So we go in here and we're going to go to the launch survey tab. That's where we get our Facebook Messenger link. So we're going to visit this now so you can see it working in Facebook. And this is the cool thing. I've connected here to multiple pages. This is an old page for an old launch we had. I've just made it for this new page, so you can be connecting the survey up to different pages that you have in your account, and it gives you a specific link for each one. So we're going to go and check this test page now. So we just click visit. Then it opens up in Messenger, and people just click the get started button to start the whole thing, the survey. So I've typed get started. Now SurveyChimp is sending the actual questions we made in SurveyChimp now as messenger messages with multiple choice answers at the bottom. And again, you see some things, if they're a bit long, they're not as suitable for Messenger, so users would be expected to tailor the survey into kind of nice simpler things. So we just answer it. Now we've got our next one. Summer. So this message here, it's all customizable, and when people go through this is all recorded as well as a reply inside SurveyChimp. So if we go back in now and take a look, we can just go in and check the analytics. So we will see now the responses that I just sent in Messenger are now in the survey. So this is demo survey 1. You can see there's 2 entries, the web one I just did and then this one, and these are the answers. So in the results then people can do, they can export all the data, they can export the emails as an Excel sheet or a CSV. You can set the date range, all that kind of stuff, and it's recognized as both entries, and there's just one visitor. And then if I connected these to autoresponders, everything would all be done. I just did a quick demo here for you. Now if we go back out to the dashboard, you will see this little thing here. It's done sentimental analysis and it's neutral. So if I ask questions, and these are mainly for if it's specified answers, like with negative answers, or if people type an open-ended answer and they say things like service was terrible, it's going to pick that up. Let me just quickly show you that. So I'll make a new survey. We'll just give it one question. Let's pick one of these templates. So it says it's going to be a comment box. See how was your visit today, and we save it. So I'm given a negative response here now, so we just submit. Now if we go back into SurveyChimp and click back to the dashboard, you can see here now it's given a negative response analysis because it's picked up those words which were like terrible and hate for the service. So this is huge, and this works across all the responses. So you can see it for individual ones, and you can see it for the overall analysis for the entire survey. So it definitely gives people that kind of extra information. It's a huge marketing angle, particularly for offline businesses. So that's basically the quick demo for the JV video here. You can see all the rest of the details about the launch here on the page. We've got a big prize pool. We are keen to support our partners back in return, and I'm sure you'll agree this is a very solid, well-established product. It is a new product. We have had survey tools before, but this is a complete rebuild with all this new stuff for the very changed marketing landscape we have now. Personally, if I was a marketer promoting this, I'd be making done for you agency site to sell the service. I'd be making stuff based around the QR code because of all the pandemic stuff. I'd be emphasizing the messenger survey because that all just works very easily on mobile, and I'd be talking about sentimental analysis as well. Next big things would be the survey logic, so you only show relevant questions based on answers, and then the response based autoresponder integration, so you can add people to different lists based on their answers. that last one in particular, I've used that countless times myself for offers and coaching and things. Really awesome features. That's a good one even to use yourself. So that's it. Any questions at all, just let me or Karthik know. We'll be happy to help. Look forward to seeing you on the launch, and best of luck with your promotion.